My name is Alex Mitchell, and I am a reporter for the Bronx Times Reporter. I graduated Hofstra in 2017, and a few months after that, by a few months I mean almost a year, I landed my first job in January at the Bronx Times. What my job is, I'm really a general assignment reporter, so I do everything from interviewing Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez to trying all the best pizza in the Bronx. This job came my way actually by some Syracuse students that I knew, one I happened to be dating, and a friend of hers, and they recommended me, and from there, just hit the ground rolling. I would say that a mistake that I've made in my career that many young people have made is I didn't ever ask for help at times that I should have. And something for all young journalists to know is that it can be very overwhelming, especially in your first job, and there's nothing wrong with using all of your resources, including people. So ask for help, talk about it, consult your editor, consult your colleagues, use everything around you, and the world doesn't seem like such a big place. Something that I've done that's really benefited my career is just being friendly, being nice, stay in contact with people, want to help people. Helping people is important, even if they haven't done you a favor. Extend that courtesy, be friendly, no matter what. Even if someone rubs you the wrong way, bury the hatchet, move forward. You'd be surprised how many people come to help you out when you're just nice.
I currently work at New York One News in New York City, which is owned by Spectrum. I am a video journalist and multimedia journalist. I cover 3 stories a day by shooting the story, gathering the interviews, elements, B-roll, anything we need to tell the story, and then writing and editing the piece on a laptop. My stories are all spaced out about 2 to 3 hours apart so that I have enough time to finish each SPOSAT before even shooting the next story I cover. So my first story might start at 9, my second story will probably be at 11, and I have to shoot, edit, write everything by around 10, 10:30, and then be on my way to my next story. I got this job because I actually was an intern at New York One last fall during my senior year, and when I was interning, I was sent to cover a high-profile court case by myself because there was other breaking news happening that day, and everyone was occupied with that, so we were short-staffed on any other news. When covering the case, no one expected that the jury would come to a verdict that day, so that's why they also sent me by myself, because they thought, oh, nothing will happen today, and they were wrong because the jury came to a verdict that an off-duty police officer involved in killing a man in a road rage incident was found not guilty on all counts of murder. This was huge news because every other station was there with crews of people, and I just had my iPhone. Without really thinking, I started filming the victim's family and got interviews with them all on my phone. My supervisors were really happy that they were able to use all the footage I got on my iPhone and still create it into a story back at the station. That same day, I got back to the station and they offered me a position to be a photojournalist for them. I was in my last semester of college and I was a little hesitant taking the job because I knew it would be a lot to juggle with my schoolwork, and it was. One of my biggest mistakes was working full-time and being a full-time college student at the same time during my last semester at Hofstra. I went from having A's throughout college, being involved in WRHU and HEAT, to then going from B's and C's and not being able to work on stuff like WRHU, which I really loved being a part of. So waking up at 3 a.m. every day, going to work, and then after work, maybe being able to get at school on time because there was breaking news and I couldn't really leave my job to get to my class. So there was a lot of conflict with that. And even though I don't regret taking the position when I did, I think I could have at least asked if I could do part-time while I was still in school, and I think it could have been possible. I just didn't know at the time because I was so eager to start that I was like, okay, I'll do it, and I basically told myself I'm going to put this first before school, and that's something I wish I didn't really do because I think there was probably another way around it. The smartest thing I've ever done so far in my career was being vocal about what I want in my career. I started out as a photojournalist and I love videography and shooting and getting that part of the story, but I also really wanted to edit and write my stories as well. I made my bosses know this. I told them all the time, I love this job, but I also would like to write and edit. Can I shadow reporters? Can I shadow editors? Can I shadow writers? And by shadowing all these people and just watching what they were doing on my off days, my bosses were able to see how interested I was in these positions. So because I was shadowing people and training out really really training for the position. When a position did open up for a multimedia journalist, my bosses just thought, oh wait, Shannon already is trained on it. She's been bothering us about this for the past year, asking us for help on this and to train on it and to shadow people. So since I was already trained, instead of them hiring someone else, they knew they already had me trained on it. So I was able to just slide into it.